All right, it's the Rundown with the most eclectic trio I would say maybe we've ever done.
Yeah, you heard we're bringing energy back to the Rundown.
That's right.
Dave's doing it all the time.
That's right.
Dave? He's not here, but we're here.
Who's more energetic than Billy Football?
We're going to get after it, boys.
Let's go. It's brought to you by Sling, where you want to talk about energy and entertainment. That's the Sling. We got the Barstool Sports channel, 24/7 on Sling, as well as all your sports channels, ESPN, Fox Sports 1. You can get Formula 1, since I know that's popping off now. And of course, all your regular streaming channels, streaming services. So everything you need, all the live entertainment, plus 24/7 Barstool, where you're going to see Kelly Keege's new show, The Other Line. You're going to see Brandon Walker shows, all your video podcasts, the dozens on there, and pretty much all of our premium video content 24/7 on there. It's the only place you can get it. And when you go to sling.com/barstool right now, you can get your first couple days for free. It's just $35 a month after that. That's sling.com/barstool. We got like 6 topics for you today. We're going to rifle through them. We begin with Kim K, who's getting smoked on the internet right now. She did a video, an interview, behind the scenes of her photo shoot with Variety magazine. It's her and all the family members. They're about to launch the new Kardashian reality show, which is just the old Kardashian show with a new name. And she says, I have the best advice for women. Do work. Get up off your ass and work hard, because nobody wants to work hard these days. And the internet is roasting them. I'm going to leave it. I'll pose it to you guys. I'll give you my opinion after. I don't want to skew anybody. Bob, what do you think of this?
I think it's tough for her to come out and say that, because obviously there have been times in her life where maybe she wasn't doing as much work. But right now, I believe that Kim Kardashian is busy as fuck, doing crazy amounts of work.
Ding, ding, ding.
I think she's saying it because she's overloaded, overwhelmed, and is I see people legitimately not doing work. Probably people in her family around her.
Absolutely.
That she's talking about.
Sure.
But there's no part of me that's like, oh, she has no right to say that because she doesn't work hard. She clearly is one of the hardest working people in show business.
William?
She may work hard, but I don't think she really knows, work
Hard
to
work?
her.
Hey.
Yeah. People say this about us, we don't really work. Kim Kardashian, I don't think her idea of working is getting up, putting on an outfit, walking places, going to meetings.
Did you see her wrapped up in the caution tape? That was a couple days ago. That was hard work. She was like,
hard work.
That is.
No, but I get what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, but who knows? I think she's why aren't other people getting wrapped up in caution tape and walking around?
Well, here's
that's her.
there is just different levels to this shit, because yes, nobody in show business, from Kim down all the way down to us, we're not digging ditches, we're not in the coal mines, we're not saving lives, we're not curing cancer. But that doesn't mean that what we do isn't a 24/7 time-consuming, taxing thing where maybe it's a little more mental or emotional, not as physical. It's not you're not showing up after a day's work in the Kardashian world with your hands fucking torn up and soot on your face. But we see it here. If you're on camera every day, you're trying to be entertaining every day. You're trying to make sure you put new merch out and make sales and keep the fans happy and deal with trolls, and all that shit takes its toll. I think when people are like the Kardashians have no talent, I think their talent is being famous. I think they're very good at being famous, staying relevant. They've been just doing the same thing for 15 years, and people can't get enough. And they have $1 billion. So I think but all that being said, I understand. A girl who was, quote unquote, bored on third base, rich family, rich parent, always in the spotlight to begin with, and you got your break as a sex tape. So it's what's the best advice Kim K could give people? Be sexy and make a sex tape with a famous rapper. That's probably the best thing that happened to her. But once she did all that and got there, I don't think there's anybody who's kept the reign going.
Plenty of people who've made sex tapes that aren't.
Exactly, and there's plenty of people who were born rich that don't become billionaires because of their own, their own image and shit.
Rehabbing from plastic surgery's got to be a lot of hard work. You think about athletes recovering from surgeries, recovering from new implants, all the surgeries they're getting, that's got to be hard work. Actually, I got to give it to her. That's
takes its toll on the body.
That's that takes an athlete right there. You need to be built different to keep going with that sort of stuff. So kudos to her.
Tip of the cap, the hat.
I love the hat.
We got Marvel news for my man Bob Fox. The director of Black Panther, Ryan Coogler, got arrested for a hot second, detained, if you will, handcuffed before being let go. He went to a bank, had a hat on, glasses on, and his COVID mask, and he slipped the bank teller a note saying, I want to withdraw $10,000. Please be discreet about it. Now, he had his card, his PIN number, and his ID, But the teller was like, what the fuck is going on here? I got this guy basically in a disguise slipping me a note. So she hit the alarm right away. 2 cops came up, drew their guns, cuffed him. When they figured everything out, they detained him and the 2 guys that were in his car. He had like a driver and another passenger. So all 3 of them were detained for like a minute at the bank and then let go. The teller, I think, followed up saying she was pregnant and she was like, I had to protect me and my baby in case something was going on. Ryan Coogler is kind of like, I think she took one look at a black man and got scared. So there's a lot of like racial implications and crazy things, but also it's just a wild story that like how this all went down.
This is one of the biggest, most famous directors in Hollywood getting like detained like this. Is crazy.
I'm just saying, I think bank tellers are trained. If they see a note anywhere involved, they're just supposed to hit the button.
I didn't realize it was a note. I thought when I initially read this, he said all that. I thought he was like, hey, can you be discreet?
I'm
count the
almost
money
positive.
in the back. The note
handed the teller a withdrawal. Oh, okay. Handed a withdrawal slip, asking for more than $10 with a note.
Yeah, see the
saying
note.
Be discreet.
I mean, in most I think about Good Time, like a bank robbery movie. That's how they do it. They pass the note.
It's the
note.
Yeah,
I mean,
the town they do it.
And usually it says something like, no alarms, don't draw attention to it. So he was saying be discreet because in his words he was like, I don't like when they put it in the money machine and it's like,
which I sort of
counts
get. He
out
doesn't want to be a
10
target.
Like, and then you're walking out of the place with money on you.
Yeah.
It could either be gaudy, it could be dangerous, whatever.
But there's whisper that to her. You
could whisper if actually, to be honest, I don't think a $10,000 withdrawal. I mean, you think about $10,000 in hundreds, it's gonna be like, it's not like you're walking out with a briefcase of money.
Remember Little Dirk, $1 million worth of games?
But if you say it, I guess someone's like,
that's a robbable. That's
right.
If you were going out the bank with that,
like an envelope. So, but listen, so I don't think you need to do all that. But if you were worried about that, who knows? Maybe he's been robbed before or had an incident. But I think if you really are worried about it, maybe you just call ahead and be like, yo, I'm coming to the bank.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think slipping a note. If someone said, yo, slip a bank teller a note, the very first thing I would say is we're gonna get in, like they're gonna think we're robbing the place.
Yeah.
As someone with bad handwriting, like if you just slip someone a note, like how good is handwriting? Just scribble.
Yeah.
Just like
true. We got to see the handwriting.
Give me $10,000. Withdraw.
Right. I mean, there's too many things that can go wrong with when you're doing exactly what bank robbers do. So
Jesus.
not the best idea. Let's say that. But in the end, everybody, it's probably it's got to be infuriating and humiliating and all that to have it done to you. But at least at the end, no harm, no foul. College basketball, we got the conference tournaments going on. I was at the Big East last night. First time wearing the hat in public.
Nice.
Got to admit, felt pretty ridiculous being around other adults with my hat on.
I love it. I love it. It's my favorite thing.
I was having like discussions with the heads of like charities, being like, so anyway, maybe we'll put this out. But in the Big East, we had Buddy Boeheim. Was it Big East? No, where's he play?
ACC.
ACC. Throwing a gut punch, really.
Nah, this is a non-story. This is
MMA Fox
tap.
Rob, the thing is, you can tell he's aiming for the solar plexus. He knows this is gonna hurt. This is one of those things where he knows that if he hits him right in the right place, it's gonna cause him to double over. But like, if you get hit right here.
Wait, let's see exactly where.
Look. I thought, that's why he doubles over. It wasn't a little like, hey, buddy. It was like I'm aiming for the exact
knock
place.
the wind out of him.
Yeah, it was like
that's
one
like
of
the diaphragm almost.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing.
The solar plexus sucks.
It's totally intentional. That's the main thing. Yeah. If it was like, you were backing him in the post and elbowed him or something, this is like we were probably mixing it up. I'm frustrated. Pow. And it's not like when I first saw the headline, I thought it was going to be like an uppercut or something. Yeah. But this is some Grayson Allen shit. And in college basketball, it doesn't.
What team does he play for?
Grayson?
No, Buddy.
Syracuse.
I'm a Syracuse.
He plays for his son. He plays for his
Buddy Boeheim and
his father.
Let's go Big Orange.
He's a coach's son.
I like their mascot.
That's a tough look too.
Big Orange.
When you're the white kid who plays and you're the father's son, the coach's son, it's just like
Bohannon
you
did that at Iowa.
Entitled. Look at you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say you can tell he's done this before. That's a trick he's pulled. Like hit him right in the solar plexus, have him double over.
It's almost a little more discreet. Got away with it in the past. This time,
almost as bad as a nut punch.
Yeah, it is almost like a nut tap.
It's one of those things that's just like.
Hey, I'd rather get hit like almost anywhere else. Hit me in the face rather than I hate it. The only good thing about getting old, you're never in a situation where you're gonna get the wind knocked out of you ever again.
Wind knocked out of you. I was gonna say like I thought you were gonna go with nut tap, and I was gonna be like,
Oh no,
you're
no,
getting
that's
nut
right,
tapped as
all
much
the
as
time.
anyone else.
No, I no, for sure. But when I was a kid, I feel like twice a week I was landing on my back
and like rug burn.
Oh yeah,
Rug
that's another
burn?
good one. Yeah. Getting the wind knocked out of you is like top one worst feeling to me.
Yeah.
That split second where you're like, I'm gonna die. There's no oxygen coming in. I'm done.
One time I got the wind knocked out of me on a football field, and I was writhing on the floor, and everyone thought like something really wrong was happening. So they ran over to me, and I was like, I'm totally fine. I just can't breathe.
What else we got? Buddy Bay Hunt. Elon Musk. Congratulations are in order
Asshole.
to the Musk family, who he and Grimes popped out another baby. Now, if you remember, the first baby was named like AEX with some like Greek symbols, and they kind of just referred to that one as like X. And now the new one is Exadark Sidrael. That's how I'm going to say it. It's one of when you put the A and the E together. I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
And so they just call her. Why do they
Y.
call Exadark Y for short?
Because she has a Y chromosome.
Oh, I thought because I was thinking
X and
Exa,
Y.
she'd be X.
They're doing fucking
But X-
science
X is the
chromosomes and
boy.
shit. and all
But
that.
she's a girl.
Y is for the girls?
Y's for XY's for guys.
That I don't know. So that, are you sure on that?
Isn't there X? Isn't
XX
XX
is women, XY is men.
Oh.
But if you,
And I don't know. It's been too long since
It's
I
XX
did
XX
biology.
is girls.
XX
Yeah.
is
So why would they
girls.
call her
Why would
Y?
they-
yeah, that's
Especially
They're
with her name
assholes,
being Exa.
Honestly, because they're
Yeah.
assholes. I don't even
You know
believe
why?
that,
Because
like,
I bet that's like, because we're all going, why?
Yeah, oh yeah. Why would you do that?
Well, the
Yeah,
fir-
like, exactly.
Why?
Isn't the
It's like,
first
why
baby
not?
X?
Why not?
What?
First baby's X.
Yeah.
I believe that's what Fran told us, that the first baby goes for short by X, this one is now going by Y. It might just be that the first one is X for one reason, and then we're like, well, let's call the next one Y.
Is it like graphs? Is he into graphs?
Bro.
Like the X
Oh,
side and the Y
X-axis,
graph?
Y-axis?
Fucking knows, dude.
Axis?
Yeah.
Oh, the Z-axis.
Is he like the axis makes like the whole globe go around?
We
They
wanted
probably
at
had
least
their
3 or
baby, like,
4.
you know in the Matrix how they have those babies in the pods and
Yes.
stuff come out? That's how I picture them having babies.
I think that he's got like, you know, when in Independence Day when they had like all the aliens like sitting in like the
Yeah.
formaldehyde. I think
Yeah.
he's got like a room full.
He
of
walks
those.
into it and he goes, "Be born, my child."
Yeah, and he picks
just
which
comes
one.
out.
Like,
Yeah.
this one's good.
Yeah.
He's got a serious fear about population decrease. He
So he's
doesn't.
probably
think-
gonna try to chart
yeah,
it
he
out.
thinks that overpopulation is going to bottom out, and then we're going to have like the drop off. There's going to be no kids because no one's going to have kids, and then
Right.
the robots are going to take over.
Right. So we
he's-
need human like
He's trying to
firepower.
make the robots take
He's-
over with his Neuralink, though.
I know he's trying to reproduce, like repopulate the planet.
And
That's
it's
his
killing all the
theory.
monkeys, which is a good transition.
Next video, Bob.
Nice.
Billy Football rolled in, said, I got a video for you guys. Nature is metal. This monkey just beating this pigeon. What is this? Pigeon is
It's a
this?
seagull.
Seagull, sorry. Just beating this seagull to death, bro. I
They were
mean,
saying it's over a zoo, I think. and
Yeah.
He's just tired of them making noise.
so here's my question, because the video, actually start this video over, because I didn't see this angle yet. No, okay, it doesn't. Do you think this seagull was perched and he just snuck up and got him? Or do you think the monkey went to the top and like King Kong
Like King
grabbed him
Kong
out of
with
the
the
air?
planes, yeah. Oh,
because
that's a
like
great question.
either way, I think this seagull kind of sucks.
Yeah.
This is Darwin right here. Like if you're a bird with wings and you somehow get caught by a
All
monkey,
the other seagulls, they don't know what to do.
yeah. Like, that's my bird.
Greg!
But there's something so human about the way his arms are going that like it looks like there's just
looks like-
a little kid or something just smashing a seagull to death.
It looks like Brock Lesnar hammer punches
Yeah.
when he finishes him off.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really one of the more vicious, but you know, nature, man.
And he
it's
won't
awesome.
stop. That
I
seagull's
know.
probably
like,
dead
it's
by
dead,
now, right?
dude.
Yeah.
It's dead.
You know what's so disturbing about it? It's the silhouette, the
Yes.
gray sky,
Right.
and then with the
It's
birds
so ominous.
flying over it, I realize it looks exactly like Flight of the Flying Monkeys in Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's what
Yeah,
it looks. I was like, why is this like so disturbing?
It's
And I
just
was
still going. Like,
Still.
bro, we've been
Oh my
we've been at it for like a full minute. Like, I think maybe he's just trying to get information from the seagull.
I think.
Where are my monkey
Where
brothers?
is she?
Yeah.
Where's Rachel?
How do you fly?
Man, I just that is one of the more Like I've seen a lot of nature videos now. I've never seen that in my life.
Imagine bringing
It's
your
wild.
kid to the zoo that day. As a parent, you're like, oh my God, this is awesome.
My kids saw two turtles fucking.
I saw that once at the zoo. It was awesome. Yeah, they make
I
the
wasn't
noise.
there. My nanny
You're like,
was.
"Ah,
Yes. Yeah. They saw like big ones too, like giant tortoises, I guess. And he was mounting, and our nanny sent us the picture of them like looking at him, and she just said, answered a lot of questions at the zoo today.
If people haven't seen turtles fucking, all-time YouTube, it'll crack
the sound,
you up.
the motion
thrust,
is
like,
just so
the
like
mouth, the way their mouth is like.
great stuff.
Yeah.
Never take your children to the bonobo exhibit.
Hey, good question for you. You're kind of an animal guy. How do turtle shells grow with them?
Great question.
Well, they're made out of keratin. Right.
Kind of like fingernails.
There's like
almost,
fingernails.
teeth.
Oh,
Or like
really?
scales, yeah, so it just grows
I
with
saw
them.
someone tweet that the other day, and I was like, that's a great question. Like, sometimes you see those massive turtles with the huge shells.
Right, it started as,
Yeah,
you know.
had to start as a little fucking thing.
Yeah.
How about this? When I saw a video of a snake shedding its skin, how, like, do snakes in their brain just go like, time to shed, and then the skin knows, or do they like,
out of it?
just secrete something that separates their skin, or?
I think it's like fingernails, so it gets too dry when it gets farther as it grows, and then it's so dry it just scratches off.
Interesting, because this was a full. He just started wiggling, and the whole thing came
How do
off.
you guys feel about snakes? Are you like Indiana Jones when it comes to snakes?
Bro.
Keep them away from me?
I think I've always said I think you can have two pets. You can have a dog and maybe a cat. I think everything else is fucking weird, and I think the people who own snakes or spiders are
crazy,
pre-crime.
crazy.
Pre-crime.
Yeah.
Summer Rae put up a video. She had a tarantula just chilling on her face. It's like no, and people who own snakes and let them like crawl
Ferrets.
around you.
I feel like
ferrets are
snake
disgusting.
people, ferret people, same people.
Ferrets.
My cat used to call me a
chinchillas.
ferret person.
No, but you're not.
He was like, you're a ferret.
No.
Yeah.
You're like a good dog guy.
Love dogs.
Yeah.
Love dogs so much.
You know, some people like
You could be
exotic
a weird one.
animals.
You could be a weird animal.
I have a couple.
Yeah, what do you got?
I got a hedgehog. I've had.
Have a hedgehog?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, I might be in on hedgehogs. That's kind of cool.
Hedgehogs are cool.
I got a hedgehog.
Currently you have one?
Yes, I
What's his
currently
name?
have one. His name is Sir Hedge. He sometimes goes by Nostradamus because when he
First of
picks,
all,
that's his gambling
I want
stage name.
This.
look like that?
He's
You know
an
what
albino.
you need? This guy, your
Albino.
guy needs to have a beef with Elio.
look up
When he's doing no
albino hedgehog?
hedge content, you need to send
Albino?
him pictures of this.
Here, I think I got pictures on my.
You like in your apartment right now?
Yeah.
What is it? Is it live in a cage?
Like
yeah,
that?
he lives in a cage. Yep.
Yours is all white.
What do you
Yep.
feed it?
Loves
Whoa.
mealworms and cat food.
Worms?
But the mealworms are like a treat,
Oh,
like
okay.
freeze dried.
Yo,
okay.
But I used to have lizards, frogs.
Have red eyes, yours?
I'm inclined to believe that albinos are like villains. I feel like that might be an evil
Yeah.
hedgehog. Is he nice? Do you pet it? Do you like
Yeah.
snuggle with it?
Yeah.
Well, it's
I
not like a
just chill with
porcupine,
it.
right? It doesn't. It's not.
I mean, they
are those
like
sharp or they?
They only prickle up when they feel threatened.
Is it like?
like-
It's not like a porcupine where it hurts though. Right? It might be a little rough,
when
but it's.
You can pet them a certain way, but if you go against the grain, it hurts.
Will it like cut your skin, or is it just like oh?
No, it's just kind of like a prick.
Yeah.
It's not too bad, but they're fluffy underneath.
I mean, don't get me wrong. You tell someone, hey, I'm Billy, I own an albino hedgehog. I think you're an absolute fucking psycho. But there's
cool,
something
though.
about a hedgehog that's not as creepy as a ferret,
Yeah.
or as weird as a rat.
Well,
Like,
it's
they're
like-
still kind of like rodent-y, but I don't know. This is a little bit nicer.
Cooler than a hamster.
Yes, it's like a badass hamster.
Yeah. It's like a
What
hamster
else?
with
You
some
said
spunk.
you got a couple.
I used to have lizards,
Weird.
big bearded dragons, snapping turtle. Used to have for a long time.
Rocky had turtles. Cool. He kind of like
yeah.
made it cool to have
Yeah.
turtles.
What else did I have? I used to keep all sorts of stuff: frogs, salamanders, newts.
You make it sound like you found them though.
Yeah. I used to catch them, keep them for a while, release them.
Interesting. I once had a small chameleon. My mom like begrudgingly. I got a hamster once. It used to bite the shit out of us, and we ended up. I think my parents just like let it go, and we were like we lost it or something because it was like biting us.
I had a bunny.
Yeah, same.
Growing up,
Was the
yeah.
same thing. It was a little
Kind of the
little
same thing.
vicious.
Like it wasn't like first few years we would let it out of the cage, and then we got dogs, and it was like you can't let it out of the
Yeah.
cage with the dogs. So we would feed it. It was in a cage, and it was a great bunny. It was named
because the dogs
Violet.
are like eat it.
They were just. I
dangerous.
don't think they would eat it, but my dogs were
Fuck it
always
up.
like.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah,
like
yeah.
friendly with other animals.
Right,
so
right.
Eventually, it got to the point where we were moving it, and we gave it to a shelter that said it was going to take good care of it. So I hope Violet's still out there somewhere.
Yeah.
Named her
Maybe-
after the sister from The Incredibles,
Which is
Violet.
cute. I mean, cute, but again, I think, just dog and cat, keep it. I think fish are like a decoration.
I like
So if you
fish.
want to have a fish tank,
Yeah.
I'm like cool with that. If you want to have some turtles swimming around in there, I think anything after that is
My
like
mom's got a fish tank, and when I go over there, I
Weird.
like just sitting there smoking a little and looking
watching.
at it, you
Yeah,
know?
that's cool. But at the same time, like if that was if it was like a video screen of fish, I'd be like, that's the same thing
yeah.
to me. So I can't really count it as like a living.
I like
pet.
the sound of like the fountain
Bubbling.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Going
It's good white
yeah,
noise.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
good white
yeah.
noise. Yeah.
My favorite pet that I had, look up African bullfrog.
Oh Jesus.
I used to have 2 of these.
was it
and they were
huge?
Favorite
They
pet
were-
this is?
well, the coolest probably I ever had.
Look at
These
these
things were
bad boys.
Those are units.
Dude, one was
Are
called
they wet?
They're more toady, even though
They
they're
look
frogs.
like greasy.
Yeah, you can't really touch them.
Ugh.
They eat mice.
mice.
Yeah, dude, pull up a video.
Have you seen? Would you ever see your guy like? Choom.
Oh, I got bit once. They're the only frogs with teeth. Look at those teeth.
Will they cut skin?
Yeah, I still have a scar.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That thing is
Dude, they were-
swallowing a mouse.
No. See, I don't. This is not like cute
You
or
feed it
nice.
mice?
Yeah.
Alive?
Let me see the teeth. Do
Alive
African bullfrog
mouse?
teeth.
Yeah, no, you could.
Why do you keep it alive?
Well, no, you give them freeze-dried mice, but then you make them warm, so that they think it was alive.
Snakes don't eat. I think they have to be
Yeah.
live for snakes.
Yeah.
Really?
Some snake. I might have made that
Yeah.
up. I'm making that up. But I feel like I always see them feeding them live, so there must be a reason why. Like I don't think they. I think they like to hunt,
Seems
if you will.
cruel.
And like, yeah, I agree. But look at those little
They're
choppers.
beasts.
There's a story. I remember telling it recently. I don't know if it's a personal story or if it was in the news or what, but there was a story about someone who owned a like 12-foot boa constrictor or whatever, like a big snake, and it was like not eating a lot and it was behaving weird, and they were like, this is strange, kind of waited out. Eventually took it to the vet and was like, yeah, he hasn't eaten in like 3 days, and he was like, it's because he's getting ready to eat you. When snakes like when they're ready for a big kill, they don't eat. They like save the room. And he was like, you probably had like 24 hours more before they like were gonna eat you.
Oh my God.
The good thing you brought it in and brought this up, because like that's what
It was like
they're
preparing
prepping
a
for.
kill room like it was Dexter.
Yeah, it's the snake version of Dexter. That's exactly it.
There's another story like that where this like couple had a huge boa constrictor, and they had a baby, and they let the kids sit with the boa, and they go, oh, it's snuggling him, and the snake's just sizing up the infant.
Yeah.
Just like to eat it.
That's the thing about like, and we've seen it with monkeys too.
Yeah.
Back in the day, there was
Ripping
a
faces
big
off.
blog. Yeah, there was the woman who got their head ripped off. Like these animals, you might be able to somewhat domesticate them. They might be smart enough to understand that you give them food and affection. But at the end of the day, there's going to be like one, even if it's just one moment where they decide to go back to
Oh, yeah.
Who were the
nature.
Tiger guys?
Siegfried and Roy.
Like 35 years of it, and eventually
Listen.
whap.
If they couldn't tame that animal, you're not
Nobody
going to
could.
convince me anybody.
Nobody could.
After 35 years of doing the act and all
Yeah,
that,
right.
there's just no.
And they were just biding their time.
Yeah.
Imagine 35 years in, he like whaps you on the nose with the microphone, and you're like, this is it. After 3.5 decades, I'm done with you, pal.
yeah.
Or I'm probably one of the same one, but you know what I mean.
The tigers were all zanned out during all those performances.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all like
Yeah.
just
It's when they-
totally like neutered mentally and physically and everything. But yeah, if you own one of those animals, you're asking for it. I don't have too much sympathy when eventually animals go animal. When nature goes nature, you're gonna pay for it.
There's people who
peace,
do it
Harambe.
responsibly though, except the chimp. Like there's responsible.
There are,
exotic
but I'm just
keepers.
saying, like, if one day they just stop, forget their training, or decide to turn on their owner or whatever, don't be too surprised.
What do
Yeah.
you think about this? Domesticated foxes. If I owned a fox one day.
Oh,
would
did you
that
see
be
the
kinda
Russian
sick?
the
Okay.
Russian experiment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what's that?
Oh, so foxes are.
What'd I say? Yeah, the Russian experiment.
No,
I
so,
was like, yeah, no.
no, the Russians did an experiment on domestication where they bred. They took foxes because they have quick breeding cycles, so you could get through successive generations of domestication, and they bred like the nicest foxes to make them basically like dogs.
Yeah.
And then they made another line that were the worst foxes, and it's
Sounds like a movie.
Yeah, the silver.
Also sounds like something that would only happen in Russia.
yeah.
Yeah,
they-
this sounds like the beginning of like Planet of the Apes, except it's Planet of the Foxes, where it's like we
I
made the
that
meanest.
before with the ape video. That looked like almost Caesar
Yes,
being like,
yeah,
fuck
beaten.
this.
But I mean, if you breed intentionally an entire generation of evil foxes, I feel like you're asking for it.
I think all the evil.
Oh,
That's
that way
cute.
is that a good one
That's
or a
cute
bad
as
one?
fuck.
That's
First of domesticated.
Yeah, so they
floppy, floppy ears.
Yeah,
Once you have
so-
floppy ears, you're cute.
Looks like
So
a dog.
what they figured out is that a lot of the things that make dogs different than wolves, the foxes started getting like floppy ears, smaller
become
snouts.
domesticated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
If
when
they domesticate those one day, I could see myself owning a fox.
Well, I think they're
I'll
still
give
doing
you that.
it. I think he can get one.
It's doggish, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's almost to me like a breed of dog is one of these foxes. I know it's not, but that's how it feels.
Imagine like a cool picture of me with a fucking fox.
What would you name? What would Bob Fox name? You gotta name him.
Oh,
Bob
shit, yeah.
Fox. Lucius?
Lucius Fox?
Lucius Fox. All right, I like that.
That's pretty good.
I like that. But I'm almost picturing like if your fox could speak.
Oh, Lucy?
And he was just like, I'm Bob Fox. Like I'm the fox. I'm Bob Fox.
That'd be sick. It'd be
or
pretty sick.
what if he's Bob Human? If you're the fox.
No.
Maybe
Maybe
he's Bob
name him
Human.
Michael J.
That one's cool. What up? I'm MJ. Mike.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm Michael J. Fox.
MJ Fox.
Michael J. Fox is it.
Yeah.
Give him a little puffy red vest. a
Oh,
little
that would be
fucking-
awesome. Yeah,
That's
dress
cool.
him up as Marty McFly.
Maybe time travel him, use him as
That'd be
a
great.
fucking. Yeah. Michael J. Might have to get a fox now.
Yeah.
Is that it for us?
I think that's
Anything else? All right. Anything post show you want to do?
No, I'm just trying to check. Syracuse is down 4 minutes to go.
72, 76.
March Madness.
Got a couple minutes. Get in
74,
there.
76.
Also, if you're into wrestling, Matt Madness coming up.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's like
Bracket.
It's like the college wrestling version of March Madness.
Cool.
KB, I'm
is
sure will be
is
into it.
Gable Stevenson still in?
Yeah, KB, yeah, there he is. No, KB, yeah, one
he
year left,
graduated?
Gable.
Oh, he's still wrestling?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Wrestlers are weirdos.
Yeah,
Matt Rats.
Super weird.
super weird.
All sorts of bacterial infections.
Oh yeah, your skin's disgusting.
Herpes?
Cauliflower.
Your ears and your skin. and
Herpes.
And you get herpes. Yeah.
The face herpes?
Pretty much all wrestlers have herpes.
Like
That's what I know.
from
for
the
a fact.
face.
Oh hey KB.
You have
Yeah, you
facial
got
herpes?
you got the cauliflower and herpes, bro. You got it? You got face herpes? Yeah. Confirmed he has face herpes.
He said he can't come on camera. His face looks like herpes too
It's
much.
disgusting.
Yeah, he hasn't had an
He has-
outbreak in
actually,
10
I heard
years on the face.
He has the herpes in the cauliflower ears.
Yeah,
That's like the
when
source
when
of it.
you drain them, herpes comes out.
It's like, it's disgusting. It's a whole thing.
gross.
Okay.
Auditory herpes?